channel just because it's awesome. Okay, so it is the beginning of March. Hopefully you guys have set up some wonderful goals for yourself and how many people that you want to help and reach out to. That's always a big key when you're starting a new month. You know, what did you do last month? Is it something that you want to reach out to more people? Is it something that you want to, you know, inspire more people? So, first thing I want to do, and this wasn't initially planned, but I kind of want to give you guys, first of all, the March challenge packs. Does everyone know what the promotions are this month? Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you quick, and I want to show you guys that over here, and I know some of us are, you know, have done this or know where to go, but I want to show you guys over in the Coach Breaking News. It's always amazing to go into because they have such the best information that we need to know. That's why it's Coach Breaking News, right? So to find out all that information, we can figure out exactly what it is that is on sale. So here's what's on for the monthly challenge pack promotions. So we have our Team Beachbody Club and Shakeology Challenge Pack, which I am super pumped about. I can't believe it's only $140. That is absolutely insane to me. Like, that's just nuts. As far as if it's going to stay that price, not 100% sure. As far as we're looking, it is right now, but the club membership we heard may go up then in price quarterly. Right now, they're only paying $38.87, if that's correct, a quarter. Focus T25 is on sale for $180, TurboFire $140, 3-day refresh $140. So we have three big, huge, amazing promotions for $140. And when those $140 packs come out, that's where you know, that's a really good time. Let's just say that, because not only are they getting something amazing on top of their Shakeology, but it's for like $5 more, $8 more. Like, the value is insane on this stuff. Okay, so what I did want to show you guys here in the online office is most of us don't understand a lot of what we have in our office. Even there's times that I found stuff that I'm like, holy crap, where did that come from? So make sure that when you're going onto your online office, maybe you have an extra day where you want to take 15 minutes to go into this. Our news and training, if you go to like our meeting resource center, I believe this is. Oh wait, nope. I lied. Okay. So into training here, you will find the different trainings that we have. This is where we can go off. I think it's the training library that I want here. So we have, this is where we get our product information. So if you're looking for business activity trackers, how to hold a shake and share, there's a PDF file that can help you do that. And you're like, probably, what's a shake and share? Right? Some of you guys might not know what a shake and share is. Challenge groups, challenge packs, basic programs, compensation, you know, how to run fit clubs and everything, follow-ups. So you'll see all of these different documents that can really help you goal setting. So if you want to know goal action or coach action plan, PDF file, perfect, right? So we have all these things available, how to invite, what the lead program is, our leadership tools, product training, all this stuff. I mean, you just, if you haven't looked at it, look at it. My favorite is the sales and marketing, because when I got into that, I found out that we have a template for like a coach opportunity where I can put in my photos and I can put in information on what I feel about and create this into a call. And that's, I didn't know about it. Crazy. Okay, so if you go to business tools and everything, you will find out so much stuff in here. Different forms and documents. One of my favorite things that I use that I want to show you, I want to see if there's one specifically in here. How to build relationships, expanding your market. I use these product toolkit very, very, very much. Now, if you guys have seen those posts that go out, if I can provide you with a workout that's 21 days for 30 minutes or that's only 30 minutes long, that provides you with a foolproof portion control system. Where did I get that information from? Right here. So, okay, if you're wanting to promote, we said T25 is on challenge, or well, TurboFire. So I'm going to pull TurboFire quick. Here is a challenge group guide. If you wanted to specifically run a challenge group based on TurboFire and you wanted information on it, there you go. Here's talking points. Did you guys also know that we have sample posts? So if you wanted to talk about TurboFire and you wanted some sample posts, my TurboFire challenge group has only 2 spots left. Who wants to join me in reaching goals together? My weakness is chocolate, but instead of packing on the calories, I drink my chocolate Shakeology daily to feed my addiction, but keep the pounds off. Who knew that these were in here? Anyone? Huh? So they give you tons of different stuff for talking points. But the biggest thing here that I use too is our product training guides. And I have these all saved on my computer, even though we can go into our online office anytime and look at them. But what I do is I pull this up. So if there's something that I want to talk about because it's on sale and I want to promote it out, this is where I look for bits and pieces of information. So what would you initially yourself want to know about a program? You know, like what is it that that if you looked at this, what would catch your eye right away? Like I looked at those points, like for T20 or T25, it's only 25 minutes a day. Like that caught my attention. Why? Because most of us have an issue with time. It's intense. So you can look for those things like this is a crazy, intense, fun program. Like that might catch someone's eye. So always take a look at your online office and go through the information that we have here, because like I said, you'll go through all this stuff and you're like, oh my goodness, I had no idea that we have all this stuff available. There's different logos that you can put, web tools, like it's endless in what we have available to us on our online office. So I just wanted to give you guys that information quickly. Now, it's time to talk about relationships. Why? I know Lindsay just kind of hit hard on this, and it was kind of funny because I don't know if we were reading each other's mind, but relationships are something that I highly talk about, and I highly recommend, and I mean, if you guys know me, that's all I talk about. Like relationships, like our business is not about the products, it's about the people. And when you fully believe in that, that's when you're going to grow relationships and you're going to build your organization. And it's not a selfish thing to earn an income by helping others. If that's truly what you're out to do, then you're going to generate an amazing income. Why? Because if you're out to help them and you want to change or help inspire them to change their life, then that's what you're going to do. So, okay, here we go. So why are relationships important? Well, most of life's greatest moments, the ones that resonate in your heart and mind, involve other people, right? So if you think back to the most important experience of your life, maybe the highest highs or the greatest victories, the most daunting obstacles that you've overcome. So if you're thinking about your journey and everything, how many of that stuff like happened to you alone? Like if you're thinking, if I just asked you to think about a most important experience in your life, did that happen alone? How many of you guys experienced alone? And if you're saying that it did happen alone, which is very rare, then how many of you guys wanted to share that with other people or tell someone or talk to someone? So this is why those stories that you don't want to tell people about or that you're really scared to open up about are usually the things that are going to start a relationship with someone. And when you're talking to them about what you're experiencing in your life, people are going to relate to that and they're going to open up their hearts to you when you open up yours to them. So relationships are going to be the key. When you understand that being connected to others is one of the life's greatest joys, you realize that life's best comes when you invest in solid relationships. So tax time just came back. What did I do? I went and just went crazy spending a nice chunk of change on personal development books and other things that will help my challengers and my coaches and everything else, because I believe investing in them. Because what's the point in holding what you have and not sharing it to the world? So on to the next. Think of people that you know. Do you think that you enjoy people that are negative? Anyone? Right? We enjoy negative people, right? We sit there and we smile and we laugh. Yeah? Yeah? Well, I mean, I laugh at them. I really do. I pray for them, but I laugh at them. But, I mean, if you think about the people that you want to be around, how do they act? How do they act? Are they happy? Or do they open up their hearts to you? Or are they constantly complaining on Facebook about all the little bits and pieces of information that is going on in their life, and they're whining and complaining? Now, there's a difference there, though. If you are going through an obstacle and you are trying to overcome it, and you are talking about how, I'm going through this difficult time right now, I'm going to overcome it, there's nothing that's going to stop me, people are going to see that and be like, wow, I wonder what they're going through. I wonder how I can get that. Sorry, had to mute. Okay. So, how many of you guys know that natural talent, intelligence, and even an education, none of those actually guarantee you success? Did anyone know that? Because I didn't until I read a book by John C. Maxwell. None of those guarantee success for you guys. So, what's the one thing that's missing? I'm looking around like waiting for people to answer, and I forget everyone's muted, huh? Well, it's the sensitivity to understand what other people want and the willingness to give it to them. Worldly success depends on pleasing others. No one is going to win fame, recognize, or advance you just because they think that just because we think that we deserve it. It's when other people see that stuff about you and want to open that up to you. So this one quote that I absolutely love was, when all things are equal, the likable people win, right? But when all things are not equal, the likable people still win. So if you're likable, you're good. How many of you are likable? Woo woo, amen to that, right? So that's why building relationships I believe, is the key in anything. It really is. Like, if you can be likable, and yes, we all have our people that will reach out to us, but it's those people that you don't have a connection with, or I don't want to say don't have a connection with, but for me, I'm religious. I talk about my faith. I don't care if someone isn't religious. I usually can build a relationship with them. I recognize that they aren't religious, and that's okay. And then they also respect me and how I talk. So it's those things when you can build a relationship with someone that, that normally you wouldn't build a relationship with, is when you know how to handle people. When you truly, genuinely care about them and they care for you. Okay, so learn to understand people. People are insecure. They are insecure about themselves. And me, I used to be that way. until I became a Beachbody coach and went through all this personal development and understood that it was God's path to lead me this way. And I have all the confidence in the world. And if you guys did not see my latest video and my rant, I was about, I don't want to say I was about ready to flip out, but I had, I think, 8 people, I kid you not, 8 people after putting out my before and after pictures the other day, 8 people come to me about, hey, oh, you should try this cream, or you should try this wrap, or I got something that you can use. And the last one, and let me pull this up quick because I really want to see exactly what she said. Good night, Mommy. Let me see here. Okay, I will pull it up. Okay, so this is the words out of her mouth. I haven't talked to her, haven't had a conversation with her since 2013, and all of a sudden she said, "Hi, how are you? You need defining gel for your stomach to clear and tone it." And I was like, "Hold on, what? I need what? I'm sorry, what, wait, what?" So I didn't even say a word to her. I sent her the YouTube video that I made this morning, and I sent it, and she's like, "What's this link?" And I'm like, "It's a video." So on my Facebook, if you guys didn't see that, let me read you what I put. Because this is where you guys can get a lot of help in those who are promoting those other the other products and everything. I am not knocking, and nor will I knock their products. I know that there are stuff out there that will help, and I've seen people and know personally of people who it's helped. So I'm not saying that they don't work. However, I don't need them. I don't care about them. And that's just who I am, because I'm confident that I love who I am. And if I need someone to love me, they're going to love everything that I have and everything that I don't have and all that other wonderful stuff. So this is what I said, because when you are confident in who you are, that's going to change your world. But I said, again, let me be blunt quickly. Next person to tell me I need, in quotations, their cream or wrap to tighten up my skin, I'm like, first of all, God provides me with what I need. Second, if I want something, I will go get it. This girl, yeah. If I want something, I'll go get it. I don't hesitate. If I want it, I'm going to go for it. Third, if you're not okay or content with how my body is, then don't look at it, or don't come to me, or delete me, or unfriend me. I said I'm 100% confident in who I am because I'm God's daughter. Please don't assume that I am uncomfortable in my own skin and that I need to change. I have no problem with the unfriend button, as there's a world of people out there to inspire to love themselves and inspire a change of inner beauty. And that's probably one of the biggest things that really frustrates me with other companies and with the companies that are all on the outer appearance. As I'm not saying that they won't work, however, it's not about that. It's about changing your life and becoming the person that you want to be, and being, I mean, it's not going to do anything. So, okay. Anyways, that was completely off subject, but people are insecure. So how can you build a relationship? These are ways that you can build and understand to help others. If they're insecure, give them confidence. And it's not boosting them up with confidence. You need to believe in that, though. You know, believe in them. And if you don't, then obviously don't say anything. So this is all being sincere. People want to feel special, so sincerely compliment them. Everyone wants to feel important. Everyone wants to feel special. People desire a better tomorrow, so show them hope. How many people go through struggles every single day? I do. I go through struggles every single day. But I have wonderful, amazing people that I talk to daily that give me hope and that inspire me. People need to be understood, so listen to them. So when you are getting into conversations, one thing I have talked to most of you guys about is How to Win Friends and Influence People. That book is a life changer in building relationships. And every time that I come out to send a message, when I'm getting ready to respond, I look at the very beginning and I'm like, okay, am I starting with something with them? Am I starting out with something with me? Who is this about? It's about them. So recheck what you're saying. If someone first initially comes to me and they're like, Ashton, I just saw your pictures. I'm really inspired. I'm ready to make a change right now. I want to lose weight. What do I do? Initially, our first response are like, oh my goodness, I can help this person. They're ready to go, and this is where you go, and and that's where it starts off with. No. Because if we genuinely care about them and we want to help them, it's going to be, first of all, I compliment them because that's huge. For someone to say that they're ready to make a change, that's inspiring. That's the first step in someone's way to success, into their journey, is by admitting it and saying, okay, I'm ready to start, by opening it up to other people. So I let people know that that's amazing. Like, I'm very blessed that you came to me. I'm excited. First off, I want to know more about their goals. And the reason that I want to know more about their goals and what they do and everything that they've done and stuff is because it gives me more information to give them a better insight for something that they are going to love to do, that's going to challenge them, and that is going to help them. If they're wanting a program and we like really, really love one of the programs, I've done this before, Insanity. Yes, everyone needs to do Insanity. Hello. Okay, well, anyone initially can do Insanity, but it's not for everyone. Just the same way as P90X isn't, or T25, or 21-Day Fix. Some people may have knee issues. And so a lot of times, I've heard girls that really want to do TurboFire, and then all of a sudden I hear about knees, and I'm like, for me, because of how much pivots, and that's the same way with T25, there's a lot of those pivoting in those in the workout DVDs for T25 and TurboFire. So it can really put a lot of strain on their knees if they're not moving their feet correctly, and they're not. So, long story short, listen to what it is that they need help with, what it is that they're looking to do. You offer TurboFire. All of a sudden, they're like, they get it and everything. They're like, holy crap, my schedule's been booked. I haven't been able to even put in the DVDs yet. Well, maybe a 25-minute or 30-minute workout would have been better then, right? Okay. People are selfish. Yep, I'm gonna say it. People are selfish. That's just the way the world is. We have it in us. So speak to their needs first. People get emotionally low. When they do, encourage them. If you have a challenger who's going through a hard time, or a coach who's going through a hard time, how much of a time limit will it take you to go onto their Facebook and send them a quote, send them a picture, send them a message? Maybe write a letter to them and send it in the mail. How hard is that? Not hard at all. And it's showing how much that you care for them. So encourage them. People want to be associated with success. As far as success, they need to define on what success is, because what one person feels is successful in this way may not feel that same way. So find out what success is to them and help them win. All right. So I want you guys to commit to adding value. So every time that I make a post, I ask myself, is this something that's going to add value to someone's life? Is this something that people will like or share? Am I asking for people's opinions? When you ask for people's opinions, even if it has nothing to do with, like today, I was running late for school. I suck at getting to places on time. That is just me. I am always late. I try to work better on that, but I'm always late. No good. I'm a sapphire, so I'm always late. I'm like 5 minutes ready to go. I'm like, yep, gotta be there in 5 minutes. Okay, out the door. And then I'm looking for everything and stuff. So I asked people, I said, are you fashionably late? Are you on time? Are you always the first one to be there? Like, bam, I'm here, waiting for everyone else. Or does it depend on other people? And it's just kind of neat to see how other people are. And those things blow up your Facebook, but it also brings not only them to your Facebook, but if it's something that there's a lot of comments on, it brings their friends to your Facebook. So do you understand, by just asking a simple question on how someone is in their life, it makes them feel important. It makes them feel important, and it also can reach out to so many other people. So if you respect yourself and respect others and exhibit competence, others will almost always give you respect. Look for the ability in others. Help others discover their ability, and help others develop their ability. That's the best way that you can add value to people's life. So every day, you need to commit to adding value to people's life. On my fan page, I had in my marriage and family class, we had to like plan out our wedding and how much it would cost and everything, because she wanted to see, like, on average it was like $29,000. I'm like, that's because people want this huge wedding that's only going to go one time. And honestly, it's about, two people becoming one. What does it matter if your family is there? What does it matter about a huge freaking dress or all, like, your ring or whatever? I mean, that's just the value in what other people see, but that's what she wanted to see. And so I asked people, because I had to come up with a sheet on what mine would come up with, like what my cost would be. And I was looking at stuff, and then I was like, why don't I ask this question? And my fan page, of all places, is where I asked it at, and it blew up. And I'm like, that got more reach than any of my other fitness stuff on this page. Why? Because you're asking people's opinions, and people want to give their opinions. That's all. The people want to give their opinions. They might care what you have to say, but they want to give their opinions. Okay, ask yourself these questions. Do you have an ulterior motive for wanting to relate to the person? Next, is you're caring conditionally? Are you trying to change the person? When you ask yourself those questions, if you are saying yes, then that needs to change. Because we're not looking to change people. We're looking to inspire change to people. If you're looking for a challenge pack sale and you're on my team, well, you're not following the leader. You guys know how much I talk about adding that value, and really caring for those people will generate sales, whether it's now or later. So you have to keep remembering why you're doing this. Same way with, I am not afraid to talk to people that I don't know. I'm not afraid to talk to them and have them shoot me down. Because ultimately, it's not about me. It's about the people that I'm reaching out to that can make a difference in their life. Like, how can I inspire them in their life? Sometimes it's not through fitness, but sometimes they get onto my page and people have been inspired and they're going through a divorce. Or I've had people that are going through like some really crazy crap. And guess what? They only knew me for like one message, and they opened up this whole world to me. Why? If people trust you, they're going to open that stuff up to them. Or they're going to open that stuff up to you. Maybe it's about how I talk. I mean, I'm not afraid to talk about my life. I'm just not. If anyone wants to ask me about my life, I'm here. It's just going to take like a day or two or three or four, maybe a week to talk about it. So don't be afraid to reach out to people. There's so many people out there that need help. It's insane. All right. So, manage your relationships. This is going to take effort. Yes, it takes time, it takes effort, but if you are continuously working on building those relationships every single day, and you're practicing every day, you make a conscious effort to deposit goodwill into the relationships, you're going to notice a change. When people trust you, when you're giving them and you're caring about them, this was really great right here. It says, give more than you expect to receive, love others unconditionally, look for ways to add value to others, and bring joy to the relationship. When you're building a relationship, I mean, someone asks a question on their Facebook and you respond to them with a caring answer that, let's say someone's like, I don't know what to do about this. First of all, I never give suggestions on what people should do. That's just me. I will never tell, like, if someone's like, my boyfriend just cheated on me, what do I do? I don't know, like, I'm sorry about that and everything. What do you want to do? Can you forgive this person? Will you be able to go through the rest of your relationship, being okay, or will the trust be lost? That's where questions come up. I ask people questions because ultimately we all know what we want. We do. It's just a matter of reassuring ourselves in what we do want. But if someone asks the question, don't hesitate to send them a little personal message and just be like, hey, I saw that you were doing this. That's where building that relationship comes in handy there. All right, put others first. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So remember people's names. Remembering names, I am horrible at. I'm horrible. I try to find ways to get to know people, but it is bad. I don't have memory. That's why I drink ginkgo tea. I do. I got some right here, and it's building my memory. And it's also in Shakeology too. So we're good. But for some reason, I have to find a way to relate to the name. So I usually have to write down their names and then write something about them. But when you're remembering their name, it's important to people. Smile. Smiling is going to make a difference. I walk around the store smiling at people, and then I get some people that are like, they give you that death glare, and you're like, hi! And it doesn't matter because all you're doing is setting that spark. Offer help. And I put in parentheses there, if you can. Because if you have any type of pro quality in you, you're offering help to every single person that you reach out to or reaches out to you. And you'll overload yourself, and then you're going to hit rock bottom. You need to help people in any way that you can, as well as know your limits. Sometimes we have to say no, and that comes in giving time to your most valuable relationships. What I want to say about that first is I believe, number one, your family provides or is number one. Don't sacrifice their time. However, if you have a spouse, a partner, or family members, like if you want to get some of your work done, I mean, I talk to my kids. There are times that I get in here at 7:30, well, especially like tonight. On my calls, they know, hey, 7:30, I'm going to go in there. Initially, they don't go to bed until about 8:15, 8:30. So every night, I'm with them until it's time. Weekends, Saturdays, I still put in time, but it's when they know and I ask and they understand. But family provides the most valuable relationships in life, so they should always come first. And this is one of the reasons that a lot of us are doing what we're doing, because we want that freedom, right? We want that freedom to be able to live our life and live it with our families without going into a job that we absolutely hate, or, having to send our kids off to daycare because it costs more to pay for daycare than it does to work sometimes, right? And especially if you don't like what you're doing, then, right, okay, makes sense. Okay, this is really neat. So see the best in others. Practice the 101%, and you guys can write this down if you'd like. But when you practice the 101%, what it is that you look for the one thing that you admire in people. Because what I do is I always look at the best in others. There's always something good in every single person. There is. I don't care if they've done the most craziest. I know some pretty difficult people. I'm not going to lie. I do. But there's something good in them. And it's always about seeing the best. Maybe they're persistent in being the way that they are and being rude. Congrats for being persistent, right? Congratulate them on that. No, okay, seriously though. Look for the one thing that you admire in them and then give them 100% encouragement for that. So if you see someone rocking your challenge group, or you're talking, or you're seeing one of your friends that you're rebuilding a relationship with, really working hard, or going through school, or they're a full-time mom, or whatever it may be, like give them that 100% on that one thing that inspires you about them. So it will help tremendously in building that relationship. So last thing too, people say it's lonely at the top. I beg to differ, because if you're at the bottom, it's lonely down there too. It's really up to you on where you're at in your mountain and what you're going to do with it. If you open up and build relationships that you care about, you're not going to be alone. So if you can see how one key took a step after step after step to lead to that door or to that lock, that's how you can unlock that, by building that relationship. I know that we have less than a minute. I know that this, I don't really like to do a lot of training on Beachbody products or what, because we have that information. We need to know how to deal with people. And therefore, I always talk about that relationship. Because when we know how to build relationships, we can handle anything. That's who we are dealing with. So now I'm going to see all of you guys reaching out to people, because I'm seeing kids flying on screens here.